Hi there, it's Kevin with the Rogue Market here with this month's episode of the Pirate Splinter Picks. This is coming a little bit early for July of 2021. So these are the top 5 Magic products that I think are good pickups right now for the month before they run out. And then there's a companionship video that will be released tomorrow over at the Gone Rogue Games channel that shows some cool accessories or other non-Magic the Gathering products that are available right now to be purchased. So these are some of my favorite products. However, for this channel, these are my favorite buys right now with kind of the market trends or what is contained within these sealed products. So let's go ahead and show you the sheets that I make. This is for my patrons. So I give an updated pricing of how much it costs to get things from distributors, and I highlight in yellow the ones that I think are good buys. So right now are the monthly picks here for July, and you can kind of see the pricing. So Magic Gathering has just gone crazy with some of these other sets with the all the free money going around and just the collectibles market is going insane. Same with the crypto market. They kind of mirrored each other. You can see that things like Eldritch Moon are all the way up to $330 a booster box if that's what I was going to buy it directly from the distributor. So I have a couple of distributors that have older products in stock, but they follow eBay pretty closely. So I do like having the options to get them from distributors, but typically eBay is about the exact same price as what I can get most of these products. You see Rivals of Ixalan going up to $190, Dominaria $230, and you have even things like some of these more recent sets going all the way up to $95. That's kind of my going price for some of these recent sets. So Commander Legends is also around that price at about $95 is how much I can get Commander Legends for, which I still think is a pretty steal of a deal for them. We'll be talking about some of these other ones. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the Dongler prices are doing for the ones I picked. Ikoria has a market price of $93. We have the Theros Beyond Death at $102, so both of those I picked for this month, and I'm not sure if it shows Commander Legends on Dongler. I don't think it does. I've looked for it before. Yeah, I'm not seeing Commander Legends with their reprint sets or whatnot, but Commander Legends also has a pretty good EV. From what I understand, you're going to get around that $100 booster box set value price as well. And the Commander 2019 is interesting too. I don't know if you can see it over here. Yeah, it barely hits the thing here. But Commander 2019 is already approaching Commander 2020 in price. And Commander 2020 is very, very tough to find. The Mystic Intellect does have that Dockside Extortionist in it, and the other ones that used to be kind of the laughing stock of Commander 2018 have gone up in price, and now it's Commander 2020 with the Symbiotic Swarm is really, really low in value, so it's very comparable to Commander 2020. So I think Commander 2019 is also a very good time to get in on the seal. This is your last time you're going to be able to get this for, I believe 105 is the going price for right now. I've been able to get it cheaper in the past, but that's kind of the price now. Still think that's fine. I think 105 is right where it's still profitable if we actually add up the Dongler. So we have what we have here. We have 40 plus 60 is 100. We have around $160 for the value right here, give or take, with all the cards that are above $1 or more. So for what it's worth, if you think dollar cards are worth anything or not, if you have that kind of price tag about 5, let's go ahead and take a look at the Commander 2018 and see what's in it. You have, of course, the Dockside Extortionist at 53. You get back a big chunk of it, half your money back right there. The Frostfang has been going up. The Seedborn Muse has been recovering. Lightning Greaves has not had a reprint recently. I think this was the last reprint in it, but it's doing quite well. Second Harvest was doing very well with like the clue tokens from the Modern Horizons set. We have Crick that I still expect to be going up because this is going to be kind of an evergreen card in Commander. It's a very powerful card. A lot of decks can actually run this as a commander or as a card in it. And we have some of these other cards that are starting to recover in price. There were a lot of reprints from Commander 2018. This was the one where they supposedly they heard you and had more valuable reprints in them. And then what ended up happening is these valuable reprints got reprinted again, or they just were not as good as what people expected. But there are some goodies in here if you actually start scrolling down even further with things like the Clever Impersonator that if it misses reprints should recover in value. And we even have things like the Gaia Reach Sanitarium that always goes up after it's been reprinted. Beasts Within typically do get a lot of reprints. Same thing with Thespian Says, but this is where Commander 2010 really shines, is in this $1 to $2 range. A lot of bulk here, but it's bulk that can actually be buy listed or can be traded for other things that can be actually buy listed for a higher percentage of profit. I still think Bone Miser is one of the best pickups right now in Magic. I've said that for months, approaching a year now. It's even cheaper when I called it as a spec, but this card just goes in so many commanders, and I think it just gets better and better. When anything has a discard type ability, it gets better and better. A self discard ability, this Bone Miser is going to be a shoe in for those particular particular card. So I'm quite bullish on Commander 2019. I think this is going to be your last chance to get in on this discounted price for it. If we go back over and look at some of the other highlighted ones we have Commander Legends. Commander Legends, same thing. It's starting to go down a little bit. It's because the waves have finally got here. We've had some huge delays in the printing from Wizards of the Coast, so therefore Commander Legends, it was supposed to be restocked, has taken a long time, and now it's finally being restocked. And the Jeweled Lotus still is maintaining a very high price, same with Mana Drain and Vampiric Tutor. So the Mythics are still aging very well. We still have Hull Breacher doing well. And then we have some cards that have really tanked in value. Where's that black card that the Opposition Agent. Opposition Agent just really tanked, but this is another card that is going to be evergreen. It's just such a powerful effect. It kind of hoses tutors and other searchings, and I'm expecting this to be kind of the Rhystic Study for black. This is just a shoe-in for most decks. If you're running Commander, you're going to be running Opposition Agent. So as soon as the supply of Commander Legends is gone, I expect this card to recover and probably be the best rare out of the set. I do like it a little bit more than Hull Breacher. If opponent would draw a card, so the first one, instead you create a treasure. It's another hoser card, but blue has a ton of these type of effects. I actually like Opposition Agent slightly better than this, but both of them are very evergreen for the Commander format. I think that the lands are going to age well. I think a lot of the rares down in this $3 to $5 range are going to age well. You have things like Staff of Domination that are cards that typically do recover after their reprints. You have some other mythics they're actually quite potent, like Kamal Heart of Krosa, that once the supply runs out, they'll start to recover. Austere Command did get the double reprinting, which is what's hurting this card, but you can also see that this card is starting to recover, which is a good thing because I invested a ton in Iconic Masters, in Double Masters when it did hit its low, so I'm glad this one's starting to recoup. So Commander Legends, again, sealed is great. It's going to be the battle bond of this year. I think in 2 to 3 years, it's going to be looked back quite fondly. People are going to want to continue to draft this. Supply is very, very high of this currently, but that should be outstretched. I don't think they're going to be doing more waves of this. This should be the last wave of Commander Legends, so it's a great time to get in on Commander Legends. Next up, we have from our list, we do have the Ikoria. So Ikoria is also aging quite well. It's up to $93 for the TCG player market price, according to Donglair. We have things like the Zago Triumph that have just gone through the roof. The Ozlo still keeps doing good. Luris keeps going up because it's proven itself in Pioneer, Historic, Modern. It's going to be a card that's going to be around forever as long as that companion mechanic is legal. The other Triumphs have gone up in value. Luminous Broodmoth's another one that should recover. Shark Typhoon, even though it did have the printing in the Challenger deck, should do quite well. And even things like the Fiend Artisan. These are great cards in this kind of the slot. Sprite Dragon has taken a little bit of a hit from its it didn't have like a $10 high at some point, or was that just oh no, it is at its high, so it's actually still going up in value because it sees a lot of play in Modern. I think that people are banking on Modern becoming a serious format again as far as like Pro Tour play and whatnot. So Sprite Dragon has proven itself there. But yeah, lots of good cards if you go down again in that $1 to $3 range that should age quite well in the future. So we go back over to our list, and we also have Theros Beyond Death. This is actually having a higher price tag. We have some big hitters in the form of Helot and Kroxa that are doing quite well, even though they are reprinted in Secret Layers. We have the Nyxbloom Ancient that is past up Euro now for the third most expensive mythic, and the Dryad of the Elysian Grove is just a powerhouse. I do expect it's got to get a reprinting sometime soon in some supplemental format, but will that supplemental format actually, it will decrease the value, but will it be able to recover again? So I do like the sealed boxes for Theros. It has a lot of uncommons, has a lot of commons that are actually aging quite well. It's got a lot of rares above the $5 ranges, what you want to look at. That Oracle did get a ban, but it's still legal in Commander. You have something like Shadow Spear that still keeps coming up. Idyllic Tutor's recovered and is going up in value. Literal Breach is just a powerhouse in Commander. The Soul Guide Lantern sees a lot of play in Historic and other formats. And I think that some of these mythics that are kind of duds right now, like Calyx Destiny's Hand, gets better and better with any sort of auras. I'm surprised this one hasn't gone up in value already because of the Aura Commander out of the Sithis Harvest Hand. So there's like a nice little spec for you for these Calyx because it's got 77 entries already in the Sithis Harvest Hand from Modern Horizons. So that's another one that should start to be trending up. You see a slight trend going up here. Card Kingdom's actually increased its price up to $4 for Calyx Destiny's Hand, and that's usually a good indicator for Commander, is that's where all of the eyes, many Commander YouTubers are sponsored by Card Kingdom. They end up getting their supply hit first, and then TC Market starts getting hit afterwards. Typically that's how it works, and I'm thinking Calyx is a great spec as well. Going on to the next one from our sheets we have is we talked about the Commander 2010. We've talked about everything here but Jumpstart. So Jumpstart's kind of a wild card. It's tanking big time because now we are finally getting the Jumpstart that was supposed to be reprinted, but we still have an Allosaurus Shepherd in here. We still have Crater of Behemoth and Explicit Blood, Ristic Study. There's a lot of these cards that are incredibly expensive. Tiny Bones tanked, but it's another card that gets better and better with each discard type ability. It's actually seen some play in various formats. Is in Historic at the moment, I think, is where it's starting to see play. Nope, looks like Commander. I thought I did see it in Historic lists, but it's another one I think will age very well in the scope of things. So Jumpstart, I think this will be the last printing because it was really attached to Commander 2021, and that should be rotating soon, so I highly doubt there will be another reprinting of it. And there are some good cards in Jumpstart as you go down, and lots of cards that are above the pack value of what you're getting in. I think it averages out Jumpstart being around like $4 a pack, and on average, you're gonna get something that breaks higher than that. Many of these actually have double rares in them, and they have some good cards. Even Scarecrow, that's a good card that should age well long term. Dragon Speaker Shaman's another card that should be going up with dragons being highly represented in this next set with Forgotten Realms. So quite bullish on Jumpstart long term. So there you have it for the commonly ordered ones. I'll give you a sneak kind of peek of some of the accessories. There you go. There's your sneak peek of the accessories. If you want to be looking at the accessories, I do more of a live video of showing them on camera, and you can come check out that Gone Rogue Games channel. It's kind of a goal of mine to get 1,000 subscribers over that Gone Rogue Games. I know I've let all my YouTube channels kind of die lately, which I feel very embarrassed about. I wish I would have kept up with them, but I am, as you see, with the increased production of videos, trying to get them revived. So give me a thumbs up here, or a comment. A comment goes a long ways. If you haven't subscribed, resubscribe. Go subscribe to the other Rogue Deck Builder and the Gone Rogue game channels that mean a lot to me. If you're interested in these prices you see here, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/roguedeckbuilder, and you can get in on the action. Typically, I try to have enough supply for every patron to at least get something, at least get their rewards per month. And there are plenty of other products beyond these 5 that I think are great buys at the moment. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Kevin with the Rogue Market. Thanks for watching.